I'm Conor Brennan. I'm 18 years old, and I just graduated from St. Laurence High School, uh, all-boys Catholic school, and I am going to Columbia next year, downtown, on the North Loop, and I'm going to be studying film, probably a minor in music, but major in film.
And kind of, can you share with the audience a favorite memory or experience from high school?
Favorite memory? Um, it would have to be my junior year morality class. We watched a documentary on called A Day in the Life, where it was a bunch of different sent-in videos of random people around the world's lives, and it compared and contrasted like the poorest of poor in India to the richest of rich in America, and then our teacher had us make our own, and we kind of compared it to that, and it was a pretty eye-opening experience to see how better off some people are and how worse off some people are compared to ourselves, and how some people are kind of like there were people walking 10 miles to work, and it just kind of made you think, and that was probably one of the best experiences I had at St. Lawrence.
Dave, what advice would you give? You know, what somebody who's in eighth grade going into high school, what advice, um, looking back, you could share with them?
Definitely to get involved, because I didn't have the choice to go to St. Lawrence, and so I went in with a mindset of this place is awful, I'm not going to like it. So for my first 2 years of high school, I kind of just didn't want to get involved, and then once I got involved my junior and senior year, I ended up loving the school. Um, if someone's going to a Catholic school, I definitely say they go on Kairos. It's a very good experience. But yeah, get involved in as many clubs as you can and stuff like that.
What would be like one or two dream jobs for you to have?
Definitely writing and directing movies. That would be number one. Number two, I'm not sure. Maybe something with music. Maybe performing in like in a symphony or something like that, in that type of atmosphere. Maybe even like a band, jazz piano, that type of thing.
I was going to ask instrument. Um, what do you have a favorite, or could you share a couple of your favorite directors?
Definitely Wes Anderson, probably my first, just because his stuff is so unique, and the way he does his cinematography, it's like the colors are always so vibrant in his movies and stuff like that. Tarantino, because all his storylines are just so original and action packed, and probably Paul Thomas Anderson. He his stuff is pretty different, but it's very original and usually has a really good meaning in the storyline.
What would you say are your greatest qualities that you possess that you think will help um, make this a better world we live in?
Oh, that's a tough one. Uh, I think that usually I'm pretty outgoing, and it gets people to warm up to me easier. I pretty much went through high school not having any enemies, I would say, except for some of the administrators. But student-wise, I mean, I get along with everyone very well, and even when it came to like student council stuff, if there was stuff that some students wanted and others didn't, no matter what decision I made, I was kind of able to keep everybody happy, which I think is kind of tough to do.
And you were the president of the student council.
I was.
And how did you like that? What was the favorite? What did you enjoy most about it and least about it?
Um, I mean, most is everything that I didn't like that the student council did for my first 3 years, I was able to change. Um, I mean, I kept a lot of stuff the same. I just kind of heightened it up more. Like we have a poster night where the Monday before our homecoming game on Friday, all the students and cheerleaders go in and make posters for the football players to pump them up and stuff. And usually kids would show up. There'd be like 15 kids, and I had like a record high of like 65, 70 kids and stuff like that. Um, I got the most kids at the homecoming dance since like 91, stuff like that. I just kind of I reached out to more social groups instead of just kind of like the popular clique, and got more people involved, I think. But what I liked least about it was definitely having to deal with the new way of our school and the new direction of the curriculum and administration. That was a little tough to deal with.
What are three things you know for sure about life?
Definitely that you got to make the best of it. Um, if, I mean, it's better to do something and then do something that you're gonna enjoy and have fun, and then take whatever consequences that are gonna be coming afterwards, than to not do it and think what if, like what would have happened if I did that, or think the whole time after that I wish I did it. Um, so definitely make the best of it. Uh, I mean, this kind of goes the same, but it goes fast. I can barely remember grade school, and let alone high school. And three, I would have to say, do what you want, because I feel like college-wise, I was set on U of I for music, and then I last minute kind of changed my mind, and I think that I'm going to be a lot more happy doing what I want at Columbia than playing it safe and knowing I could get scholarships doing something else.
What if you could travel anywhere in the world, even out of this world? Uh, where would it be, and why?
I'd want to say Ireland, but I think I'll get there sometime, so I might have to say maybe Rome, to see just everything, the Sistine Chapel and everything else. I feel like that's something that everyone has to do. And I don't know. I'd like to see all seven wonders of the world. I haven't seen any of them yet, but traveling wise, that's probably what I'd want to do first. What I like most about my dad is definitely that he supports kind of whatever it is that I feel I should do. Kind of like what I said about earlier, I could have gone to U of I, or even Eastern probably close to nothing, and U of I could have gotten a lot of scholarship money off for music, and instead I decided I wanted to go to Columbia for film, which is $30,000 a year, and he didn't kind of say like, no, you're going to go to this school because we're going to pay a lot less. He said, if that's really what you want to do, then you go ahead and do it. And I mean, I'm eternally grateful for that, because that's what I feel my calling is, and the fact that he can support it and stand by me and let me do it is what I'm thankful for. So, Dad, happy Father's Day.